Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back. So today we are talking about one topic that I have had come up personally, and I came to Jane and asked her, what do I do in this situation? And then coincidentally, about a week later, I actually had one of my clients come to me with the exact same question. And so I was able to somewhat answer, but mostly just send them over to Jane to get the correct answer on it. And what the question is do we have to register in another state? And do we have to pay payroll tax in another state if the employee lives in another state, even if they come into the office every single day in the state in which your business is registered and they work in that state? If they filled out forms and their main address on all of the documents in their domicile is in another state, what do you as a business have to do, if anything, at the time of payroll? So I do want to ask that exact question to Jane. And if you can give everyone the same information that you gave me at the time, that was super helpful. That'd be great.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Well, unfortunately, if you have even remote employees in other states, you do have to register for each state. So, and each state has its own policies, it has its own tax laws, right? So we have to determine whether the taxes and what kind of taxes should be withheld. But, you're going to pay withholding state income tax and the state the employee lives and works, but they're not really working in that state, they're working for you in New York, but you still have to pay those. So basically, you would have to register with the tax authority in that state. And depending on the state, sometimes it's actually quite a workaround. So it might be answering a lot of questions. It might require some phone calls because they need to confirm. You might have to get the account number. You have to get the another register information for the unemployment insurance. And it might take a couple days until you get the numbers that you could enter in the payroll system. And usually the payroll system will start blocking your payroll until you have all the required account numbers. And I know we've had some issues with certain states just because of the technology is not up to date in some of these registrations. And sometimes it just a lot of manual letters that you might be receiving or some phone calls. But within 30 days, I would say that most of the stuff is sort of settled. Like as an example, so if you have an employee that resides in Kansas, besides the federal income tax, the Social Security, and the Medicare, you would be paying the Kansas state. If you have, and then also the state unemployment tax. For the Indiana, they have the SUTA premiums that you have to pay, and then the Virginia makes you pay the unemployment insurance tax. And I know for Wisconsin, besides paying all the taxes, for the workers' comp insurance that all the employers must have if you have any employees, right? You also have to purchase the Wisconsin insurance. None of the other states that I've seen require that, but for that specific state. So you have a lot of different obligations that you have to do within each state. But to answer all the question is besides paying the federal and this, you have to pay the employee state taxes, whatever those might be for that certain state. And that information is available on the state side. And then also your payroll company might be able to guide you where you have to register. And then you either could do the work yourself or your accountant could do it for you, or you could also hire them for a special fee to set it up for you. But I know it could be a little bit of a price tag with it because if you have employees in different states, it might just add up. But most of the cases, if you spend some time, you'll be able to figure out what to do. But it's really important to kind of check off all the boxes in that specific, state for payroll and also for the insurance purposes. I hope that answered the question.
Absolutely. And and that helped me a lot. And I think that helps, a lot of my clients also make a lot of next steps and decisions with hiring and such, and also being prepared. So if there's an offer letter out or someone's about to start, it's so helpful to make sure that this is all prepared beforehand. Otherwise it can also take some time to make sure you're registered and everything is all aligned. So definitely very important.
Okay, great. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.